Samarkand, pearl of the Orient, city of saints, paradise of the East. This, one of the oldest and most beautiful cities in the world, is located on Uzbekistan's ancient Silk Road. Flanking the city's central square, the Registan, are three mighty madrasas, the oldest of which was named after Ulugh Beg. 200 years later, the Shah-i-Zinda Madrasa was built opposite it. Samarkand became integrated with the Persian Empire, was later conquered by Alexander the Great, and in the 14th century became the center of the world empire of Amir Timur. The introduction of Timurid design was rich with glazed tiles and decorative ceramic architecture, styles previously unknown here. Coloured mosaics of astounding luminosity compete with glazed relief ceramics whose ornamentation is composed of arabesques, font characters and geometric shapes. Tilakari Madrasa is the third madrasa on the Registan. The symbols depicted on this splendid monumental portal testify to the self-confidence of the land's powerful ruler. The Madras was not only a university, but also a Friday mosque. Its melon-shaped domes are covered with pious words and citations. Amir Timur progressed from being a mercenary to a brilliant commander and founder of a world empire. The Ruhbeg Mausoleum was constructed for Sufi Sheikh Sagarchi under Temur's rule. It is said that Timur always dismounted from his horse before passing by the tomb on foot. Nearby is Gur-e-Amir, the grave of the prince, the mausoleum of the once powerful Amir Timur and some of his closest relatives and associates. Nine cenotaphs of precious stone mark the tombs that lie in a crypt below. The Bibi-Khanum Mosque became Timur's most prestigious project, the largest and most magnificent Friday mosque of the entire empire, named after his main wife. Opposite is the Bibi-Khanum Mausoleum, a brick building with a blue glazed dome. According to tradition, it contains the tombs of Timur's favourite wife, her mother, and three nieces. Although the main room is decorated with fine murals and gilt Kufi reliefs, it has not been possible to identify the exact occupants of the tombs. The Shah-i-Zinda Necropolis, a pilgrimage destination, existed long before Timur. According to legend, it contains the tomb of Qusam ibn Abbas, a cousin of the Prophet Muhammad. Numerous mausoleums line the narrow streets, and its interior is quite remarkable. It's tantamount to being an outdoor museum of Timurid architecture, with influences that came to Samarkand from Timur's various conquests. Craftsmen came from other regions, and they brought with them new techniques of ceramic production and dome construction. Even today, the complex consists of 20 buildings, most of which date back to the 14th century. A place of faith and peace, and also Majolica art at its best. On a hill above the necropolis is Afrosiab, a pilgrimage site of pre-Islamic times. The Shah-i-Zinda Mosque. More than 1,000 years old, it features Samarkanian ethnic architecture to commemorate the Islamic saint, eternal pilgrim, and patron of travellers. The Afrosiab Museum contains archaeological finds from the period up to the Arab conquest. Mosaics, carpets, ceramics, coins, and wall paintings from the Sogdian period. On Afrosiab Hill, there was once Samarkand, capital of Sogdiana, a prosperous city that was famous in the entire Near and Middle East. Until it was eventually destroyed in the Mongol invasions of the 13th century. In the north, the hill borders the Siab river valley, a sacred source of life. Situated on a slope lies the tomb of Daniel. It's believed that Amir Timur brought the bones of the prophet here from his Persian campaign. In front of the tomb house is an old tree, full of the wishes of the faithful. On a hill on the outskirts of Ulugh Beg is an observatory. Its remains are still spectacular and reminiscent of the astronomical obsession of Amir Timur's wise nephew. Ulugh Beg attracted famous astronomers to its university, with whom Timur's nephew published the Book of Fixed Stars, its positions deviating only slightly from what is known today. Samarkand is a tale of breathtaking beauty, the glamorous face of the earth. A city of legend, fascinating culture, and ancient history.